This video is going to look at reconstructive memory. So your specification states you've got to know about the theory of reconstructive memory, including the concept of effort after meaning. So the first part of this theory is that memory is inaccurate. Previously, psychologists had believed that memory was an act of reproduction. We store information after an event and we can recall it later without altering it in any way possible. But Bartlett challenged this. He believed that we store fragments of information. And then when we want to recall it, we've got to build all these fragments up again into something that means something. And the result is that elements are often missing and memories aren't an accurate representation of what really happened. The next part looks at reconstruction. According to Bartlett, the information we store in our long-term memories gets changed before it's recorded. So we record small pieces of information, and later when someone asks us to recall it, we combine all these pieces to tell the whole story. And every time we retell the story, those elements get combined slightly differently. He also talked about the influence of social and cultural factors. So our social and cultural expectations influence how we reconstruct our memories. In the War of the Ghost study, for example, people changed parts of the story that didn't fit in with their own culture. So in the story, the young men was hunting seals, but this was often misremembered as going fishing because that was more common for young British men who were retelling the story. And also we've got that word on your spec, effort after meaning. So in the War of the Ghost study, what people recalled was the general meaning rather than specific events, although they did remember some specific events. And Bartlett used the phrase effort after meaning to describe this. What he meant was we focus on the meaning of events. So when we're trying to remember something, we remember the general meaning. And then afterwards, we make an effort to interpret that in for more familiar terms. In other words, we try and make sense of those fragments. But the main thing is remembering the meaning of whatever we're trying to recall or remember.